Hey you, so I got my grading results back from PCGS. So I sent a few coins in. I have mentioned that I'm grading purely for the purpose of maximizing some of the coins that I've got. So to absolutely fully capitalize on some of the coins, I wanted to send them in for grading, as I think that does release a lot of the potential in them. So I've gone for PCGS. I've mentioned in the past, I find their slabs a lot more aesthetically pleasing on the eye, but after holding them in hand, I do really like them. I can see the appeal to these, but I'll break into the results I've got, and I do know the results. I've covered up the serial numbers and all that because I'm a weirdo, so we'll break straight into these. So in no particular order, I just go through what I've got, whether I like the grade, and what I'm going to do from there with the coin. So getting straight into this, you can see this bigger piece here, and we'll get straight in. So as I've mentioned, I've covered up all the sensitive info just for sake. But here's the Dragon Phoenix 2-ounce gold piece. So I'm very happy with this result. As you can see, I got a PR70 decam there. Absolute stunning piece. Take a look at the back there. So on this piece here, throughout all the coins I eventually send it in, I did want this one to reach this grade, and for the facts that on this coin here it was a one-shot deal. So on many of the coins I'm about to show, I do have multiples or other means of sending the same coin in, and feeling pretty confident that I can get a 70 with no problems. On this coin here, it was a one-shot deal. I mean, I've only picked up one of these. I'm only able to pick up one, so a 69 would have been great, but not ideal and perfect for what I wanted. So this is a perfect result for the perfect coin. What I intend to do with this, I've been spending a heavy as of recent, but I'm in no rush, but it will be going up at some point for sale. Everything you see, I'm in talks with a few individuals at the moment for some of the coins that you see here, so contact me if you seriously are interested, but buyer beware, you will be paying the cost to be the boss. So here's a PR70 I've got of this. Currently at the moment, it's got a population of 1 on PCGS, and this is the only one, and it's a PR70. So there's some stats on the coin there. So that's my first coin in. So I'm real happy with those results there. So that was a 2-ounce Dragon Phoenix coin. So here we have the second coin. Now on this one, I did scrutinize this a lot. I've got more than one of these coins, so I've no doubt I'm going to go on to get a 70 at some point. But here's the Gold Rwanda Rooster. So I got an MS69. So as I mentioned, I went over this with a fine-tooth comb with the loop, and I had 3 of these, and I only sent this one in purely because I didn't want to send too many. And then I went down to the coin show, so I only grabbed what was instantly around me and handed these in at the coin show. So I got a 69 on this, which is somewhat, it's definitely after I went over this, and personally couldn't see any imperfections, but that's fine and dandy because, you know, I do have a lot of interest in this piece here, and as I've mentioned, I have no doubt I'll go on to get a 70 with my others. So here's the second piece. With this here, I believe the population currently on PCGS is a maximum of 2. So there's 170, I believe Dave and Scottish Stacker owns that. And then there's this one here, the 69. So it's only got a population of 2 on PCGS. So here's a 69. I'm pretty happy with this. I mean, I am going to be able to pair this up with what else is coming. So we'll get into that shot in a moment. So here's the next offering I sent in. Now I was in 2 minds about sending this piece in, and it's the 2008 128-ounce gold Kookaburra coin. It got a 69. I'm pretty happy with that. We're talking about a coin that already is on a very low mintage, very scarce, very hard to come by. So I sent this piece in, thought I'd give it a punt. I do have 2 of these. So I've got the one in the actual collection that I displayed the other day, and then I purchased a loose one, and that's this piece here. So it's very scarce. Very happy with the result. I mean, a 70 would have been over the moon. It's on a population of 1 on PCGS, so there's none graded higher than this. There's only one, and that's the PR60 decam you see here. So this was good, and I mean, and it was through holding this that really made me like the holders in general. I mean, as I can say, they're real portable, real compact. I really do like them. But as I had it in the coin, the little holder it wasn't before, it was real cumbersome. But just in this, it does give it that little prestigious feel. But I know it's all on the individual, but I can totally see why some have fallen in love with these. But that result there, I would have been over in love with it if it was a 70. So here's the 2008 128-ounce gold Kook on a PCGS 69. So we'll get that back in. So from here on, if I'm not mistaken, I went ahead and done some bullion releases. Now on my bullion releases, it will pick up 3 coins. When I'm grading, I'm only going to grade if I know I can get great results and go on to sell the coin for a lot more than in the raw form. So when it came to the pure bullion results, it was really a toss-up out of these 2008 Kooks, the Dragon Phoenix Error coins I have, and the Swan coins. Now a safe bet and great play would have been the Swan coins, and that's always going to be an option on the next one. Secondly, a toss-up between the Dragon Phoenix Errors, as I have few, I would have scrutinized and really cherry-picked for the best and sent them in. That would have been an okay play. I mean, they're selling, but not too well, but not bad. And then it was these are coins that already have a lot of pedigree built into them, so I thought I'd try with these. Personally, I don't think it was the best pick now. I should have picked one of the other two, but you know, here we are. So I got a MS69 on these. I sent a few in, so we're going to go over all what we got. These currently being sold in MS69. I mean, what the coin costs and what it cost me to grade, I can go on to make a small profit, but you know, had I thought about it again, I'd say these were the only ones that I've sent out for grading that I was having second thoughts over. But I mean, the end goal is that I can still make a lot more than I could have in the raw form, so I'm not over complaining. So I've got a what's the population on these? So on the 69 Kooks, these have a population of 126 in 69, and I think a total population altogether of 183. So we're going on to see if I got any 70s, but these are another coin that are real rare to get 70s. So, and I cherry picked these, so I thought I did pick a load of winners. So here's the first one that we have here, MS69. So grabbing another one out, taking a look at that. Once it decides to sync up, we have another MS69. So just going over what I've just mentioned there. So once again, having these in the slabs as opposed to just the coin capsules, I can absolutely see why a lot of people really do love them. And it does feel great. I mean, these are nice and portable, and you get to really admire the coin. It's got a 69 label with it, so you know, it's not the creme de la creme, but it's one step below. Definitely worthy. So there's a third 69, and then we'll get into this, and lo and behold, not mistaken, we got a big boy grade. So eventually we ended up getting a 70. Now these are a lot more scarcer, and finding resales for these are kind of hard, but these can sell for considerably more. So if I would have ideally loved all of them to have a 70, then it would have definitely been worth it in my eyes. But we got an MS70 here on the 2008 Kook. Now on the 70s, on PCGS, I believe the population of those is 44, so it's a lot more scarcer, so it's a lot harder to get 70s than the 69. So these are one of those coins, but I do have them in many multiples, so it was one of the reasons why I sent them in. And you know, the blue tack blends in nicely with the labels. So there's another 70 I got there. So far I believe we've got 3 69s and 2 70s. I believe that's all from the BU offerings I sent in. So now to get into some of these roosters. Now these are very, very hard coming back in top marks, so I'm very happy with these results. This was the result I was hoping for in this coin here, because it's very hard getting a 70 with PCGS. I could only imagine the struggles people are going through on NGC. So we've got the silver Rwanda rooster here. So I got that on a 70, very happy with that result there. The population of these, where are we now? So I believe the population on 70s is 80 on the 70, no, excuse me, so we've got 8 altogether on PCGS population for the 70s. So, and I mean in total, I believe there's 18 altogether, so we'll break into what the other results are there. So I'm very happy with that. These are commanding a very, very high premium, and I have it on good authority that they're going to go on to do a lot more appreciation wise, and I'll break into that in a moment. So here's 170 I have there. Happy days once again. I mean, these are very hard to come by in fantastic numbers. So here's 2 70s I have there once again. Got the rooster looking absolutely fantastic. So we've got 2 70s there. Here's another one, and I believe we have 3 70s so far. So looking fantastic. So that's 3 70s. Then we have another silver rooster. So that's 4 70s. And here we go. Where are we? Breaking into this. Yep. So that's 570s. I mean, these results are absolutely fantastic because, as many would know that I've sent these in, these are very hard to come by in 70s. I don't know, the quality is good, but it's just one of those coins, so I'm real happy with these. So I think in total there, that's 670s altogether in the Silver Roosters. These really did pay off. I mean, they are going on to command Silver Krugerrand money, so, you know, we'll break into those in a sec. So here's the rest of the results of these. So then I have a few 69s. Shadow loves the 69, so you compare these up. Got the yin and the yang right there, but we'll break into that. So I have one 69 right there of the Roosters, and then I have another 69 right there. I mean, just coming in this holder alone is absolutely stunning. It beats the loose baggie that it originally came in. And then we have another 69. So I believe we have over here. So we had 6 70s and 3 69s. So that's a fantastic result. I'm very happy with these results. I'm already getting my next batch sorted. As I've mentioned, I'm doing a very small number of only ones that I think will go on to do great things. But it was just a bit of a rush job on this one. I mean, I went down to the show, as I mentioned, and handed these in, but then decided to send a few more in. So as I've mentioned, I'm in talks with a few individuals about these. But if there's any serious interest, I mean, definitely give me a shout. We can sort something out. With the Rooster pair up, I've no doubt I'm going to get a 70 as I'm getting those ready for sending for grading. So if you're looking at a pair, give me a shout. We can definitely sort something out. But with some of these and majority of these, I do want to hold on to some for a long time. I mean, as time goes by, the numbers on these are only going to increase. Recently, as of recent, there was a bit of an influx of the gold Roosters in Europe, and I've come to find out the dealer had known that these would go on to do fantastic things and actually wanted to hold on to these for a lot longer, but eventually, for reasons out of their hands, had to go on to release them. But they was able to sell them for an extra free, I believe it was 400 to 500 euros, than if they would have sold them, give or take, 3 months ago. And then a load of other dealers went on to sell them for an extra 700 euros. So they do, and I have this on good authority, they are aware that the mintage will definitely be going up, because currently on 100 it's costing them a lot to make and keep these on the gold Roosters at such a low number. So they need to increase the mintage just to start recouping and making some awesome profits. So on a mintage of 100, they're really just breaking even, but they've done what they intended to do, got a lot of people on board, and so moving forward we're going to see what it does. But them knowing this information and passing it on to myself, knew that as time goes by, this coin's going to be demanding a very high premium, and that's in the raw state. Coming in a 69 or a 70, well, then you've got the creme de la creme. So, hate or love it, guys. It'll be fantastic to know what you think. Just giving a quick brief of all of them once again. So here again, this was one that I really wanted to come back in the 70 and got that done. And all the rest of it's fantastic. So hate or love it, leave a comment, let me know what you think. I jumped on board on the sham, and I think the results worked in my favour this time, so no complaining from me. So go ahead and leave a comment. Go ahead, subscribe if you ain't done so already. And I'll catch you guys on the rebound.